Justin Norris. I volunteered in Ceiba, Honduras from the 14th of November to the 21st of November, year 2015. Upon arrival in the city of Ceiba, a broader view coordinator was exceptional. Was there in a timely fashion, was incredibly helpful. It made me feel really comfortable from the second I stepped off the transportation. The most surprising thing I experienced at this program was definitely the lack of resources and materials in the hospital, and that included doctors themselves. A lot of times, doctors would be running out of supplies such as gauze and other things, so they relied on their good skills and quick thinking to correct situations, and that was incredibly impressive and surprising to me. Another thing that really surprised me, the people are incredibly friendly and hospitable, and it's the preconception most people from the States have is that Honduras is not that way, but in fact it is. And everyone I've met has been completely friendly and accepting and welcoming, and it's been a great experience. I'd say the most difficult thing about this experience was the language barrier. My Spanish is not that great, so routine activities became very difficult for me, so I had to really focus and really work hard to try to understand people, and I would definitely recommend touching up on your Spanish, having access to a Spanish dictionary of some kind, and having good practice before you come. As far as clothing goes, t-shirts, it's pretty hot and humid, so you're going to sweat a lot, so having some extra t-shirts is nice. You only need a few pairs of shorts or jeans or what have you. But the most important thing is having an ample supply of scrubs, as being able to change into clean scrubs is important if you want to watch surgeries and so on. I would also recommend that you bring good medical equipment, specifically the gloves. I got vinyl gloves without powder, and it was very difficult to put the gloves on without ripping them when the hands got sweaty. So powdered gloves are highly recommended. And as far as donations go, I would be prepared to donate the blood pressure cuff and the stethoscope. And like I said before, the weather is very hot and humid, and it rains quite a bit, so be prepared for that. When in the hospital, you need to have an open mind. See a lot of patients every day, and some injuries can be quite gruesome. So you need to have somewhat of a strong stomach if you're willing to work in the emergency room. But if you're not, there are alternatives, places you can gain some experience. Everyone speaks Spanish. Some doctors in the hospital speak a little bit of English, but be prepared to be speaking mostly Spanish throughout the entirety. Another thing to note is that power goes out intermittently. And this is in both the clinic and at your accommodation. I encourage you not to be intimidated by this, as it usually doesn't stay out for too long, but it's something worth noting. This was really probably the best experience of my life. In such a short amount of time, I learned an incredible amount of things. I learned a new perspective on my own health and my own healthcare system in the States and how fortunate we are. And I also became more solidified in my career choice and what I want to do. So this was very important and an eye-opening experience. A typical day for me looked like waking up around 6 a.m., getting a breakfast, and catching up with family and so on. At about 7, head to the clinic, work in the clinic for a couple hours, get a short break, and then go back to the clinic until about 11:30. In the clinic, we were doing things such as tending to wounds, cleaning wounds, removing stitches and staples, and working with a lot of nurses and nursing students who speak solely Spanish. After about 11:30, we return to the accommodations, have a quick lunch, rest for about an hour, and then head to the hospital. The hospital was slightly different. I usually would be working alongside another student doctor, helping as much as I could. That also included, I did learn how to stitch, and I was helping by cleaning wounds and taking blood pressure and kind of rudimentary medical tasks, as well as observing the doctors in action. I was also fortunate enough to see 2 separate surgeries, a cesarean section and an appendectomy, which was probably my favorite part of the entire trip. I'll definitely remember that for a long time. And as far as the country goes, I'll remember all the people I got close with. Everyone was super friendly. Everyone is incredibly accommodating and well received. It was just been no complaints. I haven't had a bad interaction with a single person, including patients, doctors, what have you. The broader view support prior to me coming was exceptional. I was in constant contact with a coordinator. She frequently emailed me, making sure I was prepared accordingly, and she really helped me get coordinated before I even arrived, so that the transition was very smooth. And that's about all I can say at this point.
Thank you, Justin, for volunteering with the Broader View Honduras. Have a safe trip home, and we hope to see you back very soon.
Hasta luego.
Bueno.